Have you ever heard the saying, you talk to everyone, you talk to no one? That is super common in marketing and so key of a foundation when it comes to building your business. I think it's the missing key for network marketers, and that's what we're gonna talk about today, so stay tuned. If you're looking for more techie tips and ways to grow your visibility online, make sure you check out my website, monicaperezburnett.com. All right, let's get into the training. This is the key for every single person who has decided to do a business. If you, and I've talked about this before and I'll continue talking about it until I'm blue in the face, but the truth is that lots of the people, even in my own groups, who have not yet conquered this step. And this step I have at the very beginning phases of having your brand, creating your brand, is knowing who your ideal customer is and knowing what their needs are, what their problems are, what their dreams are, what they think about, and the wording and language that they use. If you don't know that, and if you're not comfortable talking to a specific person versus everybody with skin, versus everybody who needs to get healthy, versus everybody with hair, you know, those kinds of things, if you're not comfortable doing that, you are going to be losing. Why? Because then you are just like everyone else. This step is the key for you to make more sales. This step is the key to actually attracting the people. Like I talk about all the time, my little intro I give all the time is attracting people instead of pursuing them. The next best thing is doing a little bit of the groundwork so that you know what wording, what content you need to create for your specific people. And I had a great conversation with a new BBB last night regarding this topic, and that's why I wanted to bring it up for you guys today, because I'm sure most people have not dived into this. And she was just talking about, well, she had filled out one of my questionnaires, and you know, who do you want to serve? Well, everyone who has skin. And while that's wonderful, but the truth is, I kept asking her to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and it was a difficult, I don't know, it was like a difficult process. And here's the first thing I said. I said, well, first of all, who do you identify with the most? That's usually the kind of person you'll attract, one that's the most similar to you. Also, who would you love to work with the most? As entrepreneurs, we get to choose who we work with, because we get to choose our specific audience that we're bringing in. I said, well, is it men? Is it women? And she said, women. Okay, well, that's great. But how many different kinds of women are there out there? There are homeschool moms. There are working moms. There are women who aren't moms. There are women of all ages. You know, so who is it that we are targeting? And targeting is not a bad word. It's more of a, who are we focusing on? Who are we going to serve to our best potential? I quickly looked on her profile to see what her background was, and I could tell she was in nursing. She was a mom as well. And I said, well, do you want to make it a little easier, do you want to focus on moms? Because it looks like you have kids, you have experience, you know, being a mom. And I said it would be great if you could add on some of that nursing background when you come and interact with people online. I would love to know tips from people who know the secrets behind, you know, just little nursing tips that you could even use for your kids. If this happens, make sure you do this. If this happens, make sure you do that. Sometimes we think we need to acquire different skills to be able to talk about something, and actually what benefits us the most is using the skills that we have. I mean, do you see how easy it is to just kind of grasp at these different areas of your business and just, zoop, it's like a suction cup. You just start incorporating it into what you know and what you do. Just take, I mean, honestly, it would take you 10 minutes. 10 minutes that would save you months, years of posting to the wrong people. You may be thinking it's the right people. Everybody deserves to have my amazing products. But the truth is, you are not touching upon their things that make them stay up at night crying. You're not touching upon the specifics of the dreams, of the things that they would love to have in their lives, because you're not moving the emotional chords in their hearts enough to trust you to go on a journey with you to use your products. We need to be super smart about this, super strategic about it. We can't be wasting our time anymore, friends. We spend so much time creating content for social media, yet it's just kind of blowing out into the wind, and hopefully the little seed will be planted somewhere out there, but we have no clue how that's gonna grow, because it's just so vast and broad. But the more we can start, it feels, I was telling the gal I was talking with last night, it feels like you're cutting your right arm off when you say, no, not everybody with skin, no, not everybody who needs to get healthy is your audience. You gotta go smaller. And no, it's not just moms. What kind of moms? Well, there are homeschool moms, there are working moms, there are, and then you just keep going smaller and smaller and smaller. But guess what? The smaller you go, the more you grow. I want you guys, I'm gonna give you guys a little homework, okay? Let me know in the comments as you go through this, who exactly are you talking to? I would love to know who it is that you are talking to, because it does matter. It's like, it matters big time. This is the gap. This is where you guys are losing not only time, but money. I hope that was of value to you, and if it was, please click the subscribe button, because I am going to be bringing you more and more trainings that have to do with building your visibility, creating your personal brand, and handling all that tech. Have a fabulous time finding who your ideal client is. I'll see you next time.